Yes, I. Heal up all ones and ones. All the ones them they are doing. Not the early morning, yeah. Why? Seems like we not say ashy enough. Like we not give enough praise and thanks. We not pay enough homage to the ancestors. Because they look like things are run against you right now. Yes. Because look here. Well, earlier, yesterday, morning, more than 24 hours ago, and I did a video. See? Addressing the reason why us black people and other people of color is reluctant to let these people who say there's a virus going around take a needle and push it in a way and say that they might immunize we. Alright? I never tell any lies, no folly. I just point out 4 instances where some things were done spitefully to black people and other people who is not white. And I also pointed out a scandal that went on in Europe, Germany, and in England as well, and in Japan. This drug that I'm going to give to pregnant women. And I also mentioned another incident that went on in Africa that caused some of our sisters to be infertile. So I put up this video now, and after it being there for a few hours, YouTube take it down. So I say, YouTube, what kind of thing that? But me understand where I go on. He who controls the media controls the narrative. And us little ones, we don't control nothing. Because we fail to unite. And these people close ranks against we. And them want to tell you what if you believe and what you should say and what you shouldn't say. Understand? But that not gonna make I stop do what I do. No, I wouldn't stop. I will still put out information out there that I know to be factual and historical and give references. Because this information that I put out there, I put the references in the description. So I don't understand how YouTuber will come tell me that the information I put forward was misleading. It don't make no sense to me. Serious. It don't make no sense to me at all. Yeah, them say me put forward misleading information that goes against their guidelines. So, how long we are going to do this? Time for we come together as people and start our own network. Yeah. You have an idea now, but more some people come join me. You know? So we are saying, what are we do? Roll over and do talk about it? No, man. We have to talk about it. See? And in this world of science, biology, medicine, who should we trust? Big Pharma and the doctors that they give to us? Should we trust our holistic doctors? See? The reason why I say this, I'm gonna give you some facts, some factual information, or some incident that took place in history. Some wrongs that was perpetrated against black people and people of color. And even some white people get caught up in one of the instant as well. Now, how much you ever hear about the Tuskegee experiment that took place in Tuskegee, Alabama, USA? This experiment took place between the years 1932 to 1972. 40 years. This experiment was only supposed to last 6 months, but it went on for 40 years. See? This research, as they like to call it, involved 600 black men. And these black men were observed, them say they want to do them research, or they test. So they were testing untreated syphilis in black men. Yes. So like I say, 600 men, 399 with syphilis and 201 without. And if you remember now, this study was carried out without the benefit of patients' informed consent. So these men not had informed consent about what they might do. I'll put the reference in the description. See? So from 1932 to 1972, they will do this experiment. And in 1947, penicillin became the drug of choice to treat syphilis. Yet, these black men were not treated with penicillin. The researchers told the men, this is how they were disingenuous with the truth. They blatantly lied to them. They told them that they were being treated for bad blood, which and while all the time they infected them and were treating them with syphilis. See? What did they get in return? Free medical exams, free meals, and burial insurance. Now, while all this went on for 40 years, in 1973, some people wake up and decide to what this thing was wrong. So they decided to file a class action lawsuit in 1973. And the powers that be decided to settle out of court to the sum of $10 million. And they also offered them, in that settlement, lifetime medical benefits and burial services. This was in 1974. In 1975, wives, widows, and offsprings were added to the benefit scheme. The CDC, Center for Disease Control, was given responsibility for the program. So while all these people, them get them benefits, medical benefits and burial services when them dead, them wife and them widows and the offspring as well. The last participant, the last person that was part of the experiment, the Tuskegee experiment, died on January 16, 2004. And the last widow that was receiving the Tuskegee Health Benefit Program, see, the last widow that was on that program, receiving the benefit, they call it THPB benefits, died in January 27 of 2009. Up to date, this article, there are still 11 offsprings currently receiving medical and health benefits. See? And I want to tell you when exactly this article was written that I'm quoting from. So if I tell you up to that time. See? So they claim that 11 of these offsprings are still alive. Speech was last reviewed March 22nd, 2020. See? So if they review it, they mean, I must say, it's accurate. Bill Clinton apologized on behalf of of America on May 16, 1997. For obviously, if you're apologizing for experiment that they carried out where you give black people syphilis and they didn't treat it and they do research as they call it, I mean, you admit that they did something wrong, and if you pay out compensation, you accept liability. Now we see it have a thing where they try to give to people right now. But they must say to immunize you. And if you're dead, or you become disabled, you can't get no compensation. You can't sue them. See? They are immune to the liability. They are not liable for any harm that is done to you if you take them thing. Another reason why we black people and people of color have to be careful of these people who run things is because in 1851, smallpox infected blankets were given to Native American Indians. Yes, this plan was hatched by Lord Amherst. His plan was to exterminate Indians using blankets that were taken from the corpse. See? Corpses of British soldiers at Fort Pitt in 1763. According to historian Francis Parkman, you can find this article that I'm talking, this incident that I'm talking about. This tragedy that was perpetrated on the Native American Indians in the historical book Parkman of 1991, pages 646 to 651. You can find it there. Now, I was talking to a brethren earlier today, and him tell me say that even the Garifuna people that the British fought on St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and then they banished them to Baliso, they give them blankets infected with smallpox as well. A brethren tell me that. See? Now, in September 2017, the former Prime Minister of Kenya, Raila Odinga, who is now the current opposition leader, presented some findings claiming that women and young girls in Kenya took a tetanus jab. These women and girls were between ages 14 to 49 according to one article, and 15 to 49 according to another. Raila Odinga, the former Prime Minister, claimed that these girls are now infertile and cannot bear children. Mr. Odinga called it state-sponsored sterilization. And there's a quote that I would like to share from him where he say, "Without full, free and informed consent globally is an involuntary, coercive, and a forced practice and is a violation of fundamental human rights." You hear that? Without full, free, and informed consent globally is an involuntary, coercive, and or forced practice and is a violation of fundamental human rights. It was alleged in this article that the vaccine contained BHCG, hormone, which is a substance that leads to infertility in women. These jobs were given to these women in 2014 and 2015 in Kenya. Women between the ages of 15 and 49, or 14 and 49 according to the next article. Now, I want to talk about a drug called thalidomide. See, that was given to pregnant women in the 1950s. The medical professionals claim that this drug will relieve nausea. However, this drug caused irreversible damage to the fetus or fetuses in these pregnant women. Thousands of children are born with severe congenital malformations, and a lot of these children did not survive more than a few days after they were born. Thalidomide was first synthesized and made in 1954 in West Germany by a firm called Chemie Grunenthal. It was marketed in 1956, first as an anti-flu, then as a hypnotic drug in 1957. In 1958, it was then marketed to the UK and other countries, mainly in the West, and also Japan. They marketed this drug under 40 different names. Now you tell me, if this drug, thalidomide, that they claim will alleviate pregnant women from morning sickness and nausea, cause irreversible damages to these fetus, and a lot of children born with severe congenital malformations. I saw a documentary about it on Al Jazeera not so long ago, where you could see a lot of these victims now are still alive today in Germany. A lot of them in wheelchairs. Some of them have very short limbs. And some of them receive compensation. Now, all these things I'm reading here are historical information that can be backed up. I will put the sources in the description. Even the Catholic Church pointed fingers at the WHO and the government of Kenya over what they claim they did with this tetanus jab that they give to the women between the ages of 14 to 49 or 15 to 49 according to another article. Now, if I share information like this that I can back up, see, about the Tuskegee experiment, the smallpox infected blankets that was given to Native American Indians that were taken from dead British soldiers at Fort Pitt in 1763. So you tell me some people hold some blankets for 88 years in Rasta. 51 and 37, 88 years, you know. And then come and give it to another set of people in 1763. Sorry, in 1851, with them collecting in 1763. According to the historian Francis Parkman. You can find it in the book Parkman of 1991, pages 646 to 651. I now make it up. So why will YouTube block something like that? Bill Clinton come and apologize on behalf of America on May 16, 1997 for the Tuskegee experiment where black men were given syphilis and were untreated. And even when they discovered penicillin in 1947, they did not give it to them, they didn't treat them. All they give them at the time was free medical exams and free meals and burial insurance. It wasn't until 1974, after they sued them in 1973, that they come to an agreement out of court to pay them $10 million. And in 75, they had the wives and widows and offsprings. The last man from that experiment died in 2004, January 16. The last widow died 2009, January 27th. According to this article, 11 offsprings are currently receiving medical and health benefits. This article was reviewed on March 2nd, 2020. CDC was given responsibility for the program, the Center for Disease Control. This information is out there, and I bring it forward. And YouTube will block this video when I bring forward things like this. These are reasons why people don't trust the medical industry and the big pharmaceutical companies them. Because it's like a money-making thing. You have people that say it have too much people in the world, and then they come offer your medication. It's like you're eating food from somebody who will tell you them now why you live. So I don't see why they try to block something like this. I just try to educate people. So I do it again. I try not to speak too much about the thing that them said about I kill a whole heap of people. But you have to understand, people are skeptical to take what you are offering. And these are some of the reasons why we people, black people, and other people of color are skeptical. So you have to hold it against you and hold it to one like me with 50 subscribers come and I post it. And I see why you take it down. So what you say? Me I reach more people than who me think me I reach. You mess with the analytics data. And you tell me I'm misinformation. Look here, when us black people come forward and try to educate our people and share factual and historical information, we always get a fight. But when we go out there and encourage slackness and go on with all type of folly and make ourselves look foolish, they applaud it and let it fly. But I feel them all. We just keep doing what we do, man. See? So people, like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend. And be more. Be more positive, be more hopeful, be more healthy, be more wise. Read more. Do more exercise. See? And ask for more information about anything that they are offering you so that you can make an informed decision. Because you know, health is wealth and health is very important. And we don't want nothing to come and compromise our bodies so that we can function in the way that we love to. Because a lot of us have kids and we like to see our kids grow. And some of us we like to have more. So we are saying, be more hopeful, be more everything. See? Guidance. May the ancestors walk with you now. Ashe.